Okay, this is Jeffer, and yeah, looks good. I think I like the mustache. The ears look good. Belt buckle looks good. One thing I noticed though is that it looks like you have two rigs in here. You've got this one and this one. So if I show NURBS curves, for example, see at least here you can see how there's like double sets of stuff. Some of them might be right on top of each other, but some of them aren't. And yeah, you see this one and that one. So I'm just going to try to delete that one and see if he still seems to work. It does. And we can see if the stuff's moving with his head. Good. And see if his vest is attached. Yeah, good. Alright, well, nice work. It's just the main thing is to delete out the extra. Right. Okay, this is Kendra. And I'm just going to hide the joins because they're distracting. Yeah, facial hair is looking good. I guess that works okay. It's really just the cone, but I guess you've modified it a little bit. Why is it doing that? It's being weird. The ears look good. There's some extra detail in there. That's nice. I don't know what just happened to that chin thing. Might reopen the file. Seems to be back to normal now. Let's see if those all move with the head. Okay, they do. And let's make sure the vest is bound as well. Good. That's moving pretty well with the body. It's a bit of an issue. I wonder why it's moving so differently. Gonna do shading, wireframe unshaded. Doesn't exactly line up. What helps with the binding to work better is if the you have sort of like matching isoparms lining up. I'm going to select these two objects and isolate them with this. And whoops. And then yeah, you can see where this one is. That's okay, but here you don't have one here, but you do have one there. So I would tend to add some more isoparms on this one. So, or edge loops, as the case may be. Edge. If I do mesh tools, multi-cut tool, and then hold down the control key. See, I'm getting an edge loop that's positioned the same as this. For this one, yeah, that could probably be a bit lower. So if I right mouse click, go to edge, double click on that edge, hold down shift, right mouse click, then go to the slide edge tool, and then just middle mouse drag until that matches a little bit better. Make sure you've deleted history, edit, delete by type history, or the hotkey is Alt-Shift-D. And let's make sure we have all the right joints selected. I'll look at my outliner, and if I hold down Shift and click on the group, it'll expand that out. And we want to make sure we're looking at deformation system, and we need to find the spine here. So you've got the root all the way up through the spine, chest, and scapula. If you want to select it from there. If we have the right scapula, we should also do the left scapula, which is going to be down here. Let's control click on that. And then make sure shift select this guy, and then skin, bind skin options. Make sure we've got selected joints, bind. And let's show all. See if that's working. Just move this around. That looks alright. And so let's see if the bind is any better now. It's not all the way better. It's a little better. Because the area on top is just switching to 1 from 2 and seeing. Just hiding this with Control H and then Control Shift H. Usually that'll get you pretty far, the lining up the. It's interesting, it doesn't seem like that's moving with the spine at all. Yeah, when we do that one, it works okay. It seems like this one less so. And I think part of the issue is this stuff isn't moving with the spine at all, those bottom points. So what I would do then is select those points and paint weights on those. To do that, I'll do just to give the spine more influence over those. So right mouse click, paint, skin cluster, weights, and let's close the outliner and double click on this tool. So I'm just going to dock this here. If your stuff isn't docking, by the way, go to Windows. Where is it? Workspaces. Make sure that's not checked. Okay. Alright. So spine, chest. Seems like it would be this one. Let's see what happens if we add a little bit to this. I'll do add value of 0.1 flood. Nope, that has no effect. Nope, not that one. Oh, okay, that one seems to be moving it. So it's that chest one. So I added a little bit to value to give the chest more influence over that, and mostly solved it. It's almost maybe too much influence, at least on these middle ones. I'm just going to right mouse click, select these couple of vertices, and scale, which will kind of reduce the influence. I'll do a 0.9, flood that a couple times, and then see how it is when I rotate that chest around. Not that much better. Maybe it's these ones that need to move more with the chest. actually, it's good to go to where the problem is, you know, where you can see the problem. And so I'm selecting those, going back into the paint tool, and that should move a little bit less with the chest, I think. Yeah, that helped a little bit. So, and maybe these guys, I should probably move more with the chest. Let's go back to adding 0.1. See if smooth, though, it's probably, that's like worse. Great. Probably should have had it on smooth the whole time. So I think these are moving too much with the chest now. Actually, again, let's see where the problem is. Okay, and let's try again to make a move less with the chest. So scaling at like 0.9 will reduce that with each click on flood. Yeah. So, you know, scale with a number less than 1 will reduce the influence, and add will increase it. So it might be hard to find a perfect balance, but the other thing is, you know, I'm pushing it to an extreme. But anyways, this is getting a little bit advanced, so I guess the main point is starting with isoparms that match more closely will get you partway there, and then I think the other thing is actually is this surface is a little bit short on detail as well. Like if there was another isoparm through here, then it would be easier to match more closely. But yeah, not looking good. Alright, this is Cam, and you mentioned an issue with the mustache. It seems like there's a lot of problems here. That's interesting. So those are moving with the body and not the head, but this stuff has all gone a little crazy. Let's see how it works from the neck. No, that's gone berserk. Okay, so it's a little hard to know what exactly you might have done at this point. To get it to this because it seems like a few things got broken somewhere along the way. I'm just gonna type star head, capital H head, star, enter. Oh, you know, the other thing is, before I go on, you've got this group and you've got this one as well. Okay, and that's got its head. Right boot for some reason. Okay. Well, that should be alright. You've got one eye kind of moving with the head and one eye not moving with it. You've got one eyelid moving with it and one not. I kind of would just re-import this rather than doing all the, you know, give yourself like a fresh stickman, and rather than trying to sort this out surface by surface. star head, capital H head star. Shift click on this, and we want that. It's not the motion system. I think it's this head. Yeah, you can kind of see what's parented when it's not from right here. So you could, parent this to the head. P for parent. And okay, now the head's moving with it. The eyeball, let's show our joints. I'm going to make the joints a little smaller. Display animation joint size 8.05. Okay. And I believe this eyeball should be parented to this joint in here. Let me just hide the surfaces for a second. And shift select this one. Show all. And then P for parent. And so now hopefully that eye will move with it. Okay, we've got the eye. And then I can do the same with his mustache. Select that child, parent, P. And we've got the mustache moving with it. And let's try this eyelid, child, parent, P. And okay, and then let's just repeat for the nose. Whoops. Child, parent, P. Alright. And I guess the hat. P for parent. Alright, well that seems to be working now. Oh, forgot the ears. P, oops. Alright, well that works. So yeah, basically you just need to find this head M join parent, the appropriate surfaces to that. You can get it working again. This is working otherwise. Yeah, boots are not connected for some reason. Oops. Oh, okay, the vest didn't get attached. So you'll want to select that and just turn off surfaces here and select these. Oops. Try selecting these joints. See if this works. Bind skin. Yeah, okay, that's working. So you just didn't bind the vest. So you'll need to do that as well. Alright. Alright, this is Kobe. And that's good. That's all moving with it. I like the big mustache. Looks good. Ears look good. Vest is looking good. Let's see if that's moving with the body. It is not. So yeah, if you just want to show joints and let's just make sure these surfaces are turned off for the moment and marquee select these joints and the vest, turn that back on, and bind skin. Oh, it is already bound? It says it's already bound. Let me delete non-deformer history, edit delete by type, non-deformer history. But somehow it's not moving with it, so I'm just gonna delete history altogether, edit delete by type history, and that'll get rid of any bind. And then let's try selecting these again. Turn off swap surfaces for a second. And bind. Okay, well, it's moving somewhat with it. Alright. Yeah, I guess the main thing is to bind the vest. So this is Princeton, and so you got the vest, but no nose, and the ears, but no nose, no hat, no mustache. So, wondering what's going on with that. Looks like there's also a few little issues with the vest surface. It is bound though, but I think that some of these issues here, like the way it's been done, is going to make it not bind very well. So yeah, like these weird kind of pinch points here and there. If I were going to fix that, I would just isolate the surface. Yeah, there's all kinds of crazy geometry going on here, which is not... I mean, really, rather than fix this, I would probably just redo it till you get a nice clean surface, because this is not built correctly. So I might go back to the module and build that correctly. And then also you're missing, like I said, the hat, nose, mustache. So yeah, this is looking a little incomplete. I would take a step, on the boots aren't in here either. So I would take a few steps back and fix the vest and then get those other surfaces in there. Okay, this is Ariana, and hat's looking way big for this guy. I would tend to scale that down. Maybe I'll do modify. I selected the group of the hat, modify center pivot, and scale that down a bunch. Maybe move it down a little bit, something like that. Could be a little bit better. The ears look very strange with these things pointing out the outside. I'm wondering what the story is with that. Where are the control vertices of that? It's weird. And then, yeah, I think this could use a little bit more shape to it, the mustache. Where are the character controls on this guy? Looks like they're here somewhere. They're just, oh, okay, so that's all hidden. Right. Oh, and there's our control vertices on that. So, yeah, I would tend to, push this stuff back in because it's looking pretty weird to have all that sticking out so much. And yeah, like I said, work on this shape a little bit more and see if you manage to get this stuff parented. No, nothing's parented. So you'll want to find that head M joint. I think it's easiest if you just do star head. I think it's head underscore M. Star. Here's head M. Okay. So these other things should be parented to that. So for example, I could select this thing, the ears, and the hat group. I'll just use my up arrow. And then control click on head M and hit P for parent, and now that stuff will move with the head. Oh, I missed the nose, so I'll also select the nose, control click on head M, P for parent, and that's all moving with that. Okay, the vest looks kinda crazy. Like there's all kinds of super stretched out faces and overlapping edges, so I would kind of review the lesson on this and try to redo it to get a much better shape than that. But let's see if you managed to bind it. No, you didn't. So you're also supposed to bind that to those joints, but before you do that, I would say rebuild it because the shape's gone kind of crazy here. And you should review the lesson and try to follow that one more closely. Okay, this is Mercedes. You're saying you couldn't find the joints. If I go to the show menu and say joints, I can see those there, and now I can see them here. So I think you just had them hidden, most likely, like so. And so now if I just turn off surfaces in the pick mask and pick these joints and then shift select turn it back on, shift select my vest, and actually let's delete history off the vest first. Edit delete by type history, and once again I'll just shift select the joints now with the surfaces turned off. Okay, and skin bind skin, and let's see if that moves with it. Okay, it does. Alright, and how about, did you get the stuff moving with the head? You did, good. Okay, yeah, so that's the main thing there. I just think you had the joints hidden, that's all. So just make sure they're visible and it should be alright.